Are you ready for some gosh darn plays? Enough of the math, enough of the thinking. We're going to get a masterclass in scrolling the F down from Roto Run himself.
It's Short King Summer, dude. It just feels like no one in fantasy sports ever learns anything. Does he mistime it, or is Brock Bowers just a grown man? Brock Bowers is just a grown man. Dare I say, Rich, football might be back. In the words of Lane Johnson, this offense looks constipated. It's Short King Summer.
All right. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the program. One Mr. John Warner. I actually do have, literally right now, I have the Underdog DFS Masterclass pulled up. I've been refreshing myself, getting ready. We really, yes, as Chad says, we have reached incalculable levels of back. I've been scrolling for Keandre Lambert Smith in the primetime Palooza. Been scrolling the F down for honestly all kinds of guys in the week 1 BR. I've never felt more ready to be depressed to lose to Peter Overzet this weekend. Like, can you imagine the feeling of Peter drafting the shipper while on set in Los Angeles? I mean, you just know it's happening. It's the summer of Pete, dude.
It is the summer of Pete, and he's wandering around the boardwalks of LA right now. He's getting that location EV under his belt right now. He's yeah, man. I kind of hope it happens for the sake of the masterclass. I kind of hope it happens. Inevitable that we're all going to lose to Pete, but yeah, have we ever been more back right now? Dare we say football is fully back this evening? Excited for that in general, and yeah, excited to start ripping some drafts, bro.
Yeah, how many are you in? Are you following your own advice about when to draft from the DFS masterclass, or have you just been ripping?
No, I'm definitely following my own advice to some level. I mean, there is obviously the caveat of real life and when you can fit time in to get in and that sort of thing. So I was doing the Primetime Palooza dive stuff this morning. I've done 30 of the BRs, so in a little bit early there. I think I've done 10 of the Dawg Bowls as well. So I was doing some of those late night with some of the community there. But yeah, man, feeling good about this slate. Like, this is truly scroller's delight week 1, you know, bunch of middling totals, nothing, no like have to have it game environment on paper. This is scroller's delight week.
Oh, it's absolutely scroller's delight week because there's 2 really, really, really good plays. Jamar Chase and Christian McCaffrey. And there's about 27 dudes. Like, if you wanted to be like, you know what, I have James Conner ranked as my running back too, I'd be like, sure. And if you're like, the projections are wrong, I'm taking Jahmyr Gibbs. You know, all these projection idiots are taking Jonathan Taylor ahead of Jahmyr Gibbs. These projection people are idiots. I'm like, cool strategy. Puka Nacua is the wide receiver 7. All the projection bros are taking him ahead of Nico Collins. I mean, it, and trust me, if this is your first ever season playing Battle Royale, it's not always going to be like this. It ain't there's going to be a Battle Royale slate where there are 10 good plays and then a bunch of actual like guys that make you sick to your stomach. John, we are about to be on the clock with our first pick here. You tell me, man, the aforementioned Jahmyr Gibbs is right there.
Yeah, I'm down to do the Gibbs thing for sure. I'm willing to IKB the projections here and just be like, yeah, man, we saw every bit of what Gibbs was at the tail end of last year. Let's just run that shit back.
Okay, I have not sanity checked these at all, but I just uploaded the Run the Sims projections, Underdog BR ADP with instruction. Tell me who you want here. Daniels kind of fire.
Yeah, let's do the Daniels thing. Sure.
So I told ChatGPT, I said, you know, I fed it a bunch of information from the masterclass that I got from it. What I did is I fed it a lot of the data that you guys pulled.
Okay.
And I said, okay, like, this is what I'm trying to accomplish. This is what I want you to do with the ADP. This is what I want you to do with the projections. I want you to order this sheet for me with like value. And I have not sanity checked this at all. I just uploaded them. So for the next draft, they will be in. I have no idea if it's good or not. It might just be the same as the projection order. We are about to find out.
Okay, cool. That's a really fun exercise, like to take it to the next degree. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, that is, I would basically say one of the issues that I found last year was I just ended up drafting so many teams that were the same texture. I got in some spots last year where it would be like, okay, well, if Bowers or McBride is not in the optimal lineup, like you can't win because 80% of your lineups were one of those two guys, which is what you're gonna, if you're doing value over replacement, you are gonna get a ton of those elite tight ends. Yeah, Mwald in my Discord made a sheet of like highlighting a bunch of the underdrafted plays, which I did see and did look at, which is pretty cool. All right, we're up, John.
Yeah, I mean the projection on Kittle is extremely bullish on the stuff that you're looking at. So I do think there is a pretty significant tier gap to take Kittle here.
I agree. I mean, I think Kittle is actually on Run the Sims. He's projected more than Bowers, which I disagree with, but he's coming in very hot. Now we're in scroll territory, I think.
Right. I think there's one more play that I would jam here and then scroll twice, but I would do Tyreek. I don't care about the vibes. I don't care what's going on. Like, I'm just like, jam the dude who go Burr and earn his captaincy back in a dome.
That is my flag plant play of the week. I do the weekly DFS show with Jacob Sanderson. It's going to be uploading here basically any minute. That's my jam play of the week. Salary cap DFS BRs. I don't care. Now, if I get the information this week that Tyreek Hill is cooked and the offense is not trying to get the ball down the field to him, he looks slow, all that stuff, I will there was, how many times last year did we go, dude, Tyreek Hill in the 3rd round, I'll go broke on that every time. It doesn't matter. Like basically the whole season. Yeah. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to chase it to the same degree. But he, dude, I mean, no disrespect to Mike Evans, but a Tyreek Hill ceiling game is not a Mike Evans ceiling game. All due respect.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's got that 40 ball in his bag against potentially lowly Colts secondary. I mean, that could be sneaky. If Daniel Jones holds up his end of the bargain there, that could be sneaky back and forth shootout.
Have you drafted a Daniel Jones team yet?
I have not. I have seen it happen in the dog bowl a handful. Okay, nice.
I did one. Because one of the things you have to think of is if I don't have as good of a statistical modeling, my brain, I'm more of a brain player in this than a math player. One of the things you can do to tilt the odds in your favor is, even if you're bad at the game, if you're doing things that are really low owned, then you can be bad and still get lucky, which is something that I've been telling myself. Don't know if that's good process or not, but it's something that I've been telling myself.
It's certainly a process.
It certainly is.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on Jaden Daniels stacked versus unstacked here? Like, would you go down to Debo, or do you think that's like a bad stacking partner? What do you like?
So something I like about doing Debo is this actually might be his most carries in a game all year, because I would guess Cliff and Dan Quinn don't really know what they're doing with their backfield. Like, Austin Eckler hasn't been tackled in a year. Maybe the dude doesn't have it, whatever. And if you remember last year when CMC got injured, the first 2 games of the season before Debo got hurt and then got sick, he was the goal line back. The game that Mason smashed against the Vikings, he had a 1-yard rushing touchdown. So I do like Debo and Daniels together.
Love it. Yeah, let's do it. I'm not sure if they pair perfectly together, but I do like them just in general.
Yeah.
All right, let's get scrolling here. I mean, Genty in the last round, sure, but we're not those guys.
Pollard is scroller's delight. Dobbins is pretty strong. Ford is okay. What do you think?
I think I like Pollard the best out of that grouping for sure.
So honestly, the thing I'm worried about with Pollard is that the type of people who are going to take Pollard are good at the game. Like if you were able to filter by like IQ with Pollard ownership, the Pollard ownership would skew high because these are people who are projections based drafters, and all the projections based drafters, they don't care about the Denver defense. All they see is Tony Pollard is probably going to lead this. Jacob just wrote this up actually. Pollard is going to lead the slate in percentage of snaps played. Of all running backs, he's going to be up there. There's no situation in which he won't be on the field. He's going to play long down a distance. He's going to play goal line. He'll leave the field 10 times in the game for Khalil Mullings or Julius Chestnut just to like go get a sip of Gatorade or whatever. But yeah,
that Joey Chestnut goal line carry is going to hit like Fent. Here we go, baby.
now to Easy's point, the projections based drafter won't have Gibbs.
That's actually a really good point. Like from a combo standpoint, like Gibbs plus Pollard would be significantly lower than like CMC plus Pollard in the last round.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm just trying to not lose my own individual flavor of drafting while still implementing things that I learned from the masterclass. I do think Dobbins could honestly be sneaky because he could just be running downhill the entire game.
And they could be up by $1 billion too.
Could be up by $1 billion.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the concern you would have if they are up by $1 billion is that our Harvey comes in.
Right. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Gibbs, Daniels, Kittle, Reek, Debo, Pollard. I wonder what Nerdy Tenor's computer would give us in terms of expected. No Nerdy Tenor computer show this year, guys. It's sad. I'm sad to report it, but as I've said several times, you buy a NFL DFS simulation website, and turns out you actually have to run it, which means that you don't have time to do. Turns out you don't have time 2 hours a week to go do something that is a product your site doesn't offer. I
really liked.
Yeah, go ahead.
I really like the point you made in the video there, like just setting up people for BR, that just like having different projections. It's something we talked about in the masterclass too. Like just having different projections. Like I want to have access to all the projections that the field has access to, but just having simply different ones to work off of at isolated windows gives you like a uniqueness lever instantly, because so much of the field is operating just purely off of the drag and drop ETR stuff.
Yeah, literally just importing them, and there you go. So just scrolling through these, I mean, these just look exactly like the ETR projections. So I'm gonna guess. Yes.
Can you go back to the top just for 1 second? So Kyron moves up. So the onesies move up. Yeah, they do just look so similar to the ETR, right?
Which I would guess probably means ChatGPT just did something wrong.
Oh, okay.
Because I gave it the ETR projections to be like, this is what a value over replacement thing looks like. But so I'm just guessing that means that I have more work to do. Turns out, as people who are not super mathematically inclined find out, is that it's hard to brute force ChatGPT into doing things when you can only kind of crudely point and say, I would like you to do this. I don't have any instruction on how to get there, but I would like you to do it if that's at all possible. So
rumor has it you have to be really, really nice to ChatGPT to get it to do what you want these days.
I am always
speak ill to ChatGPT.
I am always very nice. I'm always very nice to ChatGPT because I have it. Here's a hack that people don't know about. The thing that is so annoying about it is that it just will babble on endlessly while it is not doing what you say at all. I turn it onto robot mode, so it doesn't say anything to me. There's no conversation. There's no, oh, you're right. It's literally just do this thing. There we go. We get gifted Jamar Chase.
Yeah, do you gun to your head this week, CMC or Jamar Chase?
CMC. Don't even think it's close.
Okay. All right.
CMC best player in fantasy football when he's healthy. Just is.
Yeah.
I'm open to feeling different about that if and when it's time to feel different about it. If I see evidence of him, like if he has 18 rushes for 62 yards and 4 catches for 12 yards this week and no touchdowns, and Brian Robinson Jr. gets some short yardage stuff, then I will immediately reevaluate. But my like last 9 years of priors on Christian McCaffrey is that the dude just spits fantasy points.
Yeah, perfectly articulated.
How are you handling Chase with Burrow? Are you trying to do it 1-to-1? Are you trying to do it trying to get weirder with it? My sense is it's probably better to try and just push Burrow as often, like get like round 6 Burrow if you can, but maybe that's just because you're getting into much lower owned parts of the game tree when you get Chase without Burrow.
Yeah, the pushback on that would be like every single combo you're building is tethered to higher ADPs as well then. So it's like a giveth and taketh with that, right? Like then you're not scrolling as much because you're trying to eat the value to make it worth pushing Burrow, that sort of thing. I do think from like a combo standpoint, it'll be like the 1-0-1 of like tethered to players together. I think it'd be Jason Burrow is up there. At least there's Higgins to like bounce some of that ownership a little bit. Maybe Kyler to Trey will be higher just because like basically nobody else is taking Marv and nobody wants to take Kyler plus Connor. So maybe that one will be slightly higher. But yeah, I'm definitely trying to balance it a decent amount here. I don't know, man. I'm bullish on Bengals just in general. And like, I want to have Burrow.
Puka is the projections boy. He's the most underdrafted guy by projections. What are you thinking here with this Chase start?
Yeah, I like the Achane stuff. I would do Nico for the uniqueness angle of ADP though, potentially. Puka for the projection. I'm good with any.
Okay, so let's take Achane because what I'm thinking is 35% of the contest or so has been drafted right now. Yeah. I'm thinking these combos that we think are unique right now with Nico, like CMC Nico, I'm thinking that once people get their projections all uploaded in, that Nico's going to end up being a 4th round pick.
Yeah, good shouts.
So there we go. And we're still able, you want to take Puka?
Yeah, let's do Puka and then let's get creative with like a tight end quarterback scroll or something like that.
What's the worst quarterback tight end combo that you've taken thus far? I have one that is pretty disgusting.
I've done Love and Kraft, and I've done one that's Flacco and Njoku, but like they're not like disgusting. I don't feel gross about those yet. No, I think that's about as gross as I've gotten so far. What's yours?
So I've done Mayfield and Otten. I've done Lawrence I've done Lawrence and Strange. And I did one that was Bryce and Jatavian as well.
Bryce
which probably means
wow.
Probably means I'm scrolling too much.
Yeah, probably a little bit better for Dog Bowl than here. But like, man, if Bryce runs like he did at the tail end of last year and this week plays like anywhere to that total or plays like slightly above, why not? Why not? Like, everyone was excited about him, in basketball season. Why can't it smash week 1?
They say I'm stealing your bit, dude. They think I'm stealing your bit, and Nez's bit.
Identity theft is not a joke.
All right, Burrow is there. The drafter behind us is not going to take him. So we can
let's do Burrow and then grab one of the running backs because he can't take a running back anyways.
He can't take a running back anyways. There you go. That is this is a game of perfect information. Most of the games you play are not like so. Oh, another thing I did was I had it analyze what I gave it from the masterclass and then do deep research on game theory. And that was one of the things that ChatGPT pulled was it's a game of perfect information, which is that we know our opponent is handcuffed by the decisions they've already made. Which like in poker, like you're not getting information like that. In salary cap DFS, you're not getting information like that. Well, I guess you are. Like in a head-to-head, your opponent can't swap to a player they don't have salary for,
Right. Yeah.
type thing.
Yeah, but it only applies to late swap, basically.
Correct.
What do you think about Kyron plus Puka? Is that something you like or dislike?
I hate it. I hate playing Kyron with his teammates because it's so touchdown stuff. So I think it's Jacobs or Connor or Ken Walker.
Let's do Ken Walker. Let's scroll. This is a pretty chalky start thus far.
Say super chalky start. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go down to Ken Walker. Nobody's really talking about him. I think people would be apprehensive to click Ken Walker because of like the way he was managed through the preseason. People want to be excited about Sharps because they got best ball brain still. I think people are going to be under-clicking Ken Walker's name this week.
My experience, my anecdotal observed experience is that this range of running backs, Kyron, Connor, Pollard, Gene T, all these schmucks here, Travis Etienne, Breece Hall, whatever. These are the most underdrafted players in BRs because their band of projections is so tight.
Yeah.
And people treat a 0.7 gap in projection that, like, what is the gap in projection between Ken Walker and Gene T? Like 2 points, maybe,
Probably.
But that is going to equate to 60 percentage points of ownership or something like that over the course of the week, which is just insane.
Yeah, no, 100%. Did you listen to the ETR guys talking about this with salary-based games?
No, I have not.
Yeah, they had a really good show that came out early this week, and Dink was talking about like basically trying to solve for that problem of like those wide receivers that are clumped from like 6K to like 5K week over week that nobody wants to click on, and everyone just clicks the chalk 4K guy instead, to be like, if you solve that problem and then build your tree out backwards from there, like you're instantly unique and better. And I was like, that's literally the problem of our game, is solving that at the back end.
All right, give me your tight end of choice here, brother.
Did Kraft go? Kraft's getting pushed up, man. Dude, let's do
Kraft is there.
Kraft's getting pushed up though. Let's click Cade Otton and fuck around, find out.
I mean, if Cade Otton is 100% healthy, he's gonna have like an 83% route share.
Yep.
Godwin out. Igbuka first career game. Wide receiver 3 is going to be a non-target earning Sterling Shepard. If it was Tez Johnson, maybe you'd feel a little bit worse about Otton's ability to earn targets. But that game is also quite likely to be a bonanza. Address this comment, the 1-1-3-1 build, because there's some really good stuff in the masterclass about that.
Yeah, so I also don't want to get like fully bent up into just like a 1-year sample and like what it does, but like just historically speaking across every contest format on Underdog, because it is half point PPR, the running backs score significantly better in the flex. Now, do we also have to think about macro trends of football, of what has happened over the last 2 or 3 years and the resurgence of the running back and the stability of healthy running backs at the premium end, so they score better? Yes. So yeah, there's definitely going to be like a pendulum swing of like everybody counter adjusting. And then now, can we find this middle ground to build the 1-1-3-1s? Absolutely. But like, there just aren't the same ceiling plays in football from wide receivers in the last like 2 years than we've anticipated seeing from like the earlier era of DFS, where you could find like 60-1 in a flex or 60-2 in a flex with one big play. Like those haven't been happening ever since like basically cover 2 has become like the norm and standard. So I see it both ways. I'm sticking primarily to what we've learned over the last 2 years until proven otherwise with the 1-2-2-1s. But this is the beautiful thing about the masterclass, is we're going to be able to amend this stuff, and we're going to talk about this as we go with real-time data from this season. So for now, I'm more comfortable doing like 60-ish, 70-ish% of my 1-2-2-1 builds. And I'd rather expand my 1-1-3-1s in particularly the Dawg Bowl. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now.
So my thought is that it's definitely a strategy that is going to be profitable if you get to it early, because the field is going to be so locked in to the 1-2-2-1. And if you end up being correct that it is a year in which passing totally comes back, right? So, quarterbacks are throwing for 300 yards with regularity. Mahomes is back, and the Packers tilt heavy PROE, and Kyler Murray is, studying or whatever. Like I think there's lots of ways for it to get there. You are going to be like alone in the game tree on that one very early on, which I think is very. I just think that's very interesting, because people are operating off of this. People are operating off of this prior data, and the data is good, but it's descriptive. It's not predictive. It's not forward looking.
That's the best way of describing it. Like it's descriptive, not predictive.
And frankly, I'm going the other way. Like I'm going the other way in terms of like, I might just do 100%. And that's my way of getting different from the field. Cause I know the field will do roughly 15 to 18% 3 wide receiver teams. And they're going to be, some of those are just going to be wrong. Like they're going to be like some of those are just dead teams that are drafting wide receivers that have bad point projections. But maybe if it was a slate in which I thought there were better, more obvious wide receiver spots, but I think the running back spots are more obvious. And if I'm thinking about a poorly projected one, like, I might rather take a poorly projected Trevion Henderson versus a poorly projected Jacoby Myers or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
All right, let's rip another one. Beautiful.
What do you think about Dawg Bowl this year, Davis? It's in your backyard, dude. You gonna try and qualify here? I know you're not a big travel guy, but this is a hop, skip, and a jump for you.
I am going to be trying to qualify. It would just be annoying, obviously, to have the ability to go and then to not qualify, particularly because I probably will just go anyway, because it is literally like 3 hours from my house. So I should probably just go anyway. And it would be nice to have a team. The thing is I have been doing so much thinking about the 6-man games that I feel behind. I'm not even good at the 6-man games yet. So thinking about the 12-man games is tough.
Well, Nez just released his full Dawg Bowl process, put another hour video together there that he added to the masterclass there. So if people are interested in chasing the Dawg Bowl dream, former qualifier, my guy Nez put something together for that too.
Yes, he did. And I'm sure it's all quite good. And look, someone's going to win the Dawg Bowl. You are someone. So why don't you try and be that someone? It's good. It's good advice.
Good advice.
All right. CMC.
Yeah, let's do it. We keep running hot with these starts here. What's some of the biggest discrepancies in players you've seen across multiple projection models right now? Like Kittle was definitely one. Anyone else that stands out to you?
Bucky Irving, huge discrepancy between player model. I think the run the sim stuff is pretty low on him. Some of the other ones have been higher. Devin A-Chain, depending on the projection source, has been pretty low. And then there is I haven't even buddy, I'm about to go check the blitz right now. That could be anything. The blitz could be. All right, what do you think he has Daniel Jones projected for raw points?
16.8.
Buddy, not even close. 20.9 quarterback on the slate.
God. I was giving credit to the dome boner. That's wow. That's all right. Cardi.
You know what?
Cardi,
if you're trying to draft off a projection source that is going to make you unique, find a way to translate Cardi's stuff to a value over replacement thing, you're going to have weirder teams than everyone.
Let's do a Bowers team. We haven't done a Bowers team, and then we can get unique with the flex spots.
Bowers CMC is the nutted start. I did the Masterclass giveaway drawing yesterday, and Harbs won it, and I believe has already claimed his prize. So
nice.
Apologies,
yeah,
bro.
Thank you for doing that. And Harbs, long time hanging out here.
Long time. Yeah. Now, I this is a spot where I probably get myself in trouble, where you have this nutted start and then you think, oh, well, now I got to get weird because everyone has this start. You know what I'm saying? What are you thinking here?
I'm fine with either Puka or A-Chan. Like I'm still in on like A-Chan this year, man. Like I still like it.
Oh, I'm all over it. I'm all over
right,
it.
Let's do it, and then let's scroll for like a unique like QB 14 plus whatever stack. I got a cheeky one in mind right now.
I got a good one. I mean, Bowers finishes as the stone one tight end a lot of the time. His volume projection is so good.
It's crazy that like last year we had like such a good year for Bowers and McBride. I mean, McBride could have, benefited in the touchdown department more so, but like we had such big outlier years, and like to see how seldom they were in winning lineups across multiple contests was pretty alarming to me, because the VORP mindset would really make you think that, oh yeah, Bowers was a had to have it guy like 5 weeks last year, and he just wasn't. I don't know. It's crazy, man.
Touchdown slate. You know, they didn't score enough touchdowns. It's seven touchdowns between the two of them.
Easy.
Tough.
Easy to take Bowers on site.
Easy to take Bowers and BR on site credit. It is. Trust me, brother. It is.
Okay, let's see if we're thinking about the same one or not here.
Well, I was thinking we do Tua with A-Chan.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you're not going to get pushed back on me from the Tua stuff, especially with a pass catching running back. I was thinking Golden and Love.
I do that. What do you want to do for a wide receiver here?
I don't know. If you do Tua, do you want Tyreek as well, or would you not double stack?
No, I'm pretty anti the double stack. Let's do Judy,
Devontae Adams. Okay, Judy.
Oh
sure.
No, Adams. Adams is sick. Because I'm gonna have a huge old bag of Puka drafting him at these prices. So let's do that, and we can save Tua for the end. So give me a wide receiver here.
Yeah, if we're gonna do Tua, let's scroll a little bit. What do we got? JMO's kind of fun as a ceiling shot.
Let's do
stone cold chalk on redacted.
Yeah, salary cap DFS. I don't think I've taken Jameson Williams. Yes. Yes. In my opinion, Ollie Gordon. That's off the reservation, I think.
I talked about it yesterday. There is a very unique scenario with A-Chan where it's like, if he just isn't like 100% and for whatever reason he gets like a downgrade today, like he's limited yesterday, he is a non-participant today or something, like Ollie is what Jordan Mason was last year for the CMC drafters, where people will start getting excited to take him in the 6th round, and then you have the cleanest swap in the world with him, which makes the pick like so much better right now than if we didn't have a clean swap. That's all I'll kind of,
I mean, I would be I would want to go back in time and just try and swap to 100% of Ollie Gordon if that's the way it broke down. I mean, I don't even know. I guess their running back 2 would be Jeff Wilson.
Yeah.
So we'll go Tua, Stafford, or Goff.
Let's do Tua. Stafford really lacks the ceiling to win here, in my opinion.
He'd literally probably have to throw 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Like four with the way he works, probably doesn't even get it done.
Yeah, because he's going 255 and 4 if that happens.
Yes. Yeah. That one was pretty strong. I like that one a good bit. It just feels so good to be in the streets.
It does. If you had to guess, we did an exercise in the masterclass there about guessing the EV of teams and stuff like that. And I've done a little bit of research on it and calculated, but it's really hard to fully evaluate. If you just look at this team, we put $7 in. What do you think this team is worth right there?
378.
Yeah.
Because we ate it at projection on our final 3 spots. I do know why everyone's name is messed up in the chat. I don't know how to fix it. It's some setting in StreamYard that displays it maybe this. Did that fix it? Maybe this fixed it. No, it didn't. It didn't fix it.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I've noticed it in your chat being different than ours.
I do not know how to fix it. I do not. I really don't. Yeah, I don't know. 9 site credits though. 9 site credits.
Well done.
Yeah, so the thing that obviously is very difficult to do is estimate what an optimal rate of ownership should be, right. and then what the value of being unowned in a contest like this is. I don't know. I wouldn't even know how to start. I know there is some value in being less, for example, I know there's some value in Tyreek Hill compared to Amon-Ra St. Brown, who are right next to each other in positional ADP, because Tyreek is drafted less often than St. Brown is, but I wouldn't know how to put a dollar value on that.
Right. Yeah, me neither. I think that would probably be my 101 thing I'd like to solve for, or that I'd like to solve for that. And then I'd also like to solve the ownership discrepancy, of knowing that these players are only 16.6% owned when they're 100% owned in the contest. I would like to fully go down that ownership tree and what that actually means. Because I kind of made the bull case that chalk is fine in these contests. Because you're still, it's not like a 4K running back on DK where he's actually in 80% of lineups. He's actually only in 16.66%. So it's still okay to play him. You're still, if he still smashes, you're still leveraging yourself over the field in 6-person contests, even more so in 12s. But it's where's the tipping point? And that's really hard to quantify with the data we currently have.
I mean, insanely hard to quantify. My guess, again, would be total ownership is probably something we're too focused on, and combinatorial ownership is more important. What percentage of Chase teams have Burrow? What percentage of Baker Mayfield teams have Mike Evans versus Igbuka versus Otten? What percentage of particularly early expensive guys who are just uncorrelated? How often are Gibbs and JT together? How often is Jaden Daniels paired with McBride, Bowers, or Kittle because they're right there? My guess is that is the stuff that actually leads to more expected value, but I don't, that's just a gut assumption.
Yeah, no, I fully agree with that assumption though. And also the archetype of drafter who's going to prioritize the onesies in a VORP setting is also the type of drafter that's going to be a projection laden drafter as well, right? So as you made the analogy earlier, or Easy made the analogy earlier with the Pollard scroll being unique with Gibbs, I think the inverse would be true of elite tight end paired with elite quarterback would be skewed heavily towards more experienced drafters or more quote unquote plus EV lineup creation.
Yeah. Do you want to do a primetime Palooza real quick?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. We're going to break this all the way down in detail on our show today.
Yes. There's a redirect from this to that. So whenever we get done, it's going to port you right over to the Badge Bros for the slate.
Perfect. Yeah. We'll be live at 2 p.m. Eastern today.
Yeah. It's actually a fun primetime Palooza. What did you think about the addition of ADPs?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it in the course. I think it's definitely a leveling of the playing field dynamic. I think it's good for the recreational drafter to come in here and not just get like shit canned and be like, holy shit, I didn't know that combo was going to exist. Like, I wouldn't even have played if that combo was going to be there. I do think it is a very good visual metric to protect that. I do think there is still, obviously, just given the fact that it is 2 games on the majority of these slates, there's definitely a plus in the category of the volume guys, regardless, just for combo mapping purposes. But I do think you can come in here and you can have like a nice barometer of like what is a scroll now as well to get unique with your like 5-6 bullets that you put into this contest and feel like you have a fighting chance. Yeah, I think there's like, if you scroll down in ADP on this slate, like there's a lot of guys who could score some touchdowns that basically I have not seen get drafted yet. Like Turpin rarely gets drafted. Nobody wants to be the guy to pick a tight end that isn't below Disley. Like nobody's giving credence to the fact that Conklin could score a touchdown or whatever. Yeah.
Let's take AJ Brown, and my hot take is I skip on Hurts in this slate.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, traditionally speaking, pushing onesies is going to play well in primetime Paloozas, so I'm good with that. Are you Ladd, Worthy, or Pacheco?
I'm Pacheco because I think the gap. My mental model has Javonte Williams for 2 points.
Okay.
That's not what the ETR projection or whatever is going to have on him, but that's my mental model. How is Javonte killing me, dude? I guess he could score twice.
Yeah, I mean, he could do his best Zeke impression of like 12 for 46 and 2.
He could. I also I like Ferguson a lot on this slate compared to Kelsey and Goddard. And the running back 2 is tough though, because it's like Najee or Kareem Hunt, and that's a total who knows.
I think Pete might be gearing up for something spicy Kareem Hunt related tomorrow.
Wow. Okay. All right. We have Pacheco. We have Brown. What do you want to do?
Well, Pickens coming back's like a pretty big gift here. I like that a lot. If you want to get ahead at the tight end position, like just taking 2 of the projected ones here makes sense. You could do something funky with like Mahomes to Pacheco and then backstack it. But yeah, I think I'd probably rather take tight end.
Sometimes Mahomes will come back to you, depending on what type of room you're in. Sometimes the dudes will come back.
Probably not in this one with what Troy's setting up on the left side there with like the double KC thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean we can get a little creative here.
Yeah. I don't think the gap from Hurts to Mahomes is worth having Javonte Williams as your running back 1. Like a Hurts team that honestly, I bet a Hurts team that wins is a team that goes like Hurts, Pacheco, Kelsey, whoever, Keenan Allen or whatever.
Sure, yeah. Hurts plus Hampton's possible now too because Hampton's ADP has flipped Hurts, so those 2 get paired a decent together on the end here. So you could do like Hurts plus Hampton, and then it's like a 3 wide receiver team, and it's like Goddard and Devonta who score the touchdowns, or Jahan Dotson finds the end zone or some shit.
Yeah, always possible. Ooh, Will Disley in the 5th. That's a no.
Yeah.
That's giving up some EV there, brother. Nerdy Tenner's computer would not like that one.
Yeah, yes and no. I think it probably would be fine with it in that instance because 2 tight ends went on the left side. So he still needs to get a tight end before All Day Ray.
There you go. Okay. So there we go. We did get Dak. Then do you feel the need to scroll here, or do we just take one of the backup Chiefs Chargers running backs?
Yeah, I think it's Najee or scroll. And I kind of like the idea of scrolling. Just because I've seen this combo before. Yeah, I mean, either of the Dallas running backs and building like an onslaught of that variety is fine by me. Or you could also, I mean, you could get crazy with it and be like Will Shipley, like AJ Brown scores 2 touchdowns and Will Shipley,
yeah, dude,
late in the game.
Send it. I'll never forget. Obviously, we did this last year with Dan and with Brian, and Isaiah Likely ended up being in the optimal. And that's like, and that was my real introduction to just the concept of like literally what you think happens in the game does not matter. All that matters in primetime Palooza is just being on different combos than the field. That's literally like, that's all that matters is just have combinations that your opponents are not doing enough or not doing enough together. And that's it.
Yeah. I mean, this very slate last year, it's like, it's such a good teaching principle that it's just like, yeah, is Isaiah Likely more talented than some of the other backup tight ends available on this slate? Probably, right? Like, did they have a plan for him out the gate last year because, you know, they were easing Mark Andrews back in after the car accident? Probably. But like, you know, from a range outcome standpoint, the fact that he was tight end 10, or I mean, sorry, tight end 5 on the slate, but he was drafted only like 10 to 15% of the time. It's like, oh yeah, there's just leverage in that for sure. Like, we don't know that he outscored that slate. There was Goddard, Kelsey, Andrews, and somebody else I can't remember right now. And then Likely was tight end 5, and he outscored all of them by like 16 plus fantasy points. I'm not sure, you know, we could do that like with like a, I don't know, Calcaterra or some bullshit like that on this slate. Probably not. But like there is like a path that like Conklin scores the only touchdown from the tight end position.
From the tight end position. Yeah. You could tell me Kelsey is really getting overdrafted here. It's totally possible. Right. Like there are lots of ways. All right, let's go back. Let's go back to the good stuff. I mean, not the prime time. Man. Let's do a 12. You want to do a dog bowl?
Yeah, let's get you qualified here. Let's get your gal brain going.
All right. I will not be maxing these, but I will definitely be doing a couple of these a week just because I would really like to qualify.
Yeah. I think that's the reasonable way to approach it. Like there's definitely the sickos who are going to go ham at these and whatever, but it is a very big bankroll bleeding endeavor to attack these with volume, right? And I wrote it up so in the bankroll management stuff there, where it's like, yeah, man, you gotta be able to live with the result of like, this is binary outcome tournament, right? Like I spent a lot of money on this tournament last year, and I had 2 fourth places or 2 inside the top 5 that didn't qualify last year, and I still lost a lot of money chasing dog bowl. So you just have to be, you have to be comfortable with the long view of it, that like, hey, I know I'm going to be back next year, so I'm going to keep trying, kind of thing.
First off, it's actually not easy to max the dog bowl on site credit.
No, it's not.
It costs what? I guess it costs $3,750 a week if you would
BBM
like to
every week.
Yeah, if you'd like to max it. And you are never getting that money back. Like you're never min cashing often enough to even break even the way it works out. So even on site credit, not easy to max the dog bowl arena.
But as someone who's attended everyone since, this is you, bro. You do the Gibbs or the JT, or you can scroll.
No, I'm doing now. See, now that we're drafting for real money, I'm TTP. I'm trusting the projections.
That's good. No, but
as easy to draft Jahmyr Gibbs for $7.
Nice. That as someone who's attended every dog bowl that's ever been, man, they just progressively keep getting better. They are top shelf experience. It'll be the 100%. Best weekend you have this year for most people. Like most people, like if you find your way to the dog bowl, like that'll be the best weekend of your calendar year. It is a lot of fun. They go to the nth degree. There's like Gil and his buddies and all that stuff were hanging out last time. So there's this cool feel to like, some celebrities around, and you get to hang out with Nez and Pete and, myself and stuff. So it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
I mean, it's a blast. It's in Kansas City. There's going to be some great barbecue. I wonder who they're going to have cater barbecue. That would be good knowledge to know. But no, also no chance. If I get a ticket, no chance. I'm calling it very much good on one ticket. I'll be done after that. What are there's what? I guess it's 13 times 3, so 12 times 3.
Yeah, there's 36 seats up for grabs, and then your seat's representative of multiple drafts. I believe it's 3 again this year.
There you go. And who knows? Maybe if I don't qualify, Kristen will send me an email anyways and say, "Hey, we'd love to have you." And I would say, "I'll see you. I'll see you in the city of 1,000 fountains."
Someone will have a +1.
Someone won 3 tickets last year, right?
Yeah. I think there was 2 guys who had 3 last year. I think Chad had 3 last year, and I think Drap had 3 last year, if memory serves. Sorry if I fucked that up and didn't pay enough credit to those who had more than that. But yeah, I think there was Drap and Chad was last. Yeah, Nez has got it in the chat there. Yeah, Drap and Chad.
How about it? How about 3 tickets?
Yeah, unbelievable stuff.
Pretty sick. Yeah, how does there's the touchdown dog bowl thing that I didn't get enough in the weeds on that.
Yeah, you know what? I haven't gone fully down the rabbit hole of the pick 'em based one yet either. So that's something I got to get some more information on before.
That's something I can enter with site credits. There we go. I think we do Kittle, right? Yeah, or Connor.
I think you got a better chance of one of the running backs coming back to you. Probably not in this room anyways, but yeah, if you're trusting the projection, especially if it's
I can take Brock Purdy here, or I could do very sneaky bring back. Shouldn't even be saying this in when I'm drafting, but people are used to the 49ers being a good defense because they've been a good defense for like our entire adult lives. The 49ers defense stinks, dude. They shed every veteran defensive starter. The 49ers this offseason shed $250 million of future salary obligations on the offensive line and on defense. Like it's insane how much worse the team is going to be on defense.
Yeah, that's wild. I didn't know that. I knew they got rid of. I just didn't know the numerical figure. That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? $200 quarter of $1 billion of future salary obligations. They just said, "Peace out." They totally pressed the reset button. I can just speak from personal experience. This is not true. You can max it every week, but you are not more likely to win than not. I think Brian did the math last year. So if you assume a perfectly average BR player maxes it every week for 18 weeks, you'd win it. Like you'd be 5% to have won one at some time. Right. Not great. Dang. Okay. Connor snap went. Kyron snap went. Walker. Ooh, a little Walker bring back here. Maybe. I think there's a pretty big tier break after Walker and Pollard.
Yeah, this is very interesting. Like we could get Brees in the 6th sometimes in these contests, but it's very
that game is so brutal. I just did the game by. I'm gonna take Walker. That game could be like truly there could be like 87 total plays run in that game. The total is 38.5.
Yeah.
That is Leatherhead shit, John. That is Yale versus Harvard, bro.
That's
in 1910. It's not good.
Yeah, we're getting wishbone out here. We're getting wing T going on.
Yes. I would not consider passing Kittle for Jennings. I also don't think in this contest Jennings would be that low owned, right? What is he, like the wide receiver 26 or whatever?
Yeah, he was going undrafted the majority of the start, and then I saw him go a couple times last night when his Q shifted to that P.
Yeah. Would you have I would not have taken Burrow here where Nick, I feel like there's a pretty, like, quarterback is the easiest position to take in the last round of the dog bowls.
Yeah, it's definitely the one to push. But if you want to be the guy who's stacking Bro with Higgins and you want to beat people to the punch, you got to beat the chase drafters. So both chase drafters. So I guess that's what he was thinking. He was concerned that people would run it naked. In a room like this, I would push it though, especially with all those red badges to the right of guys that I know.
So. Yeah, I'm getting chirped. 38.5 is so much lower than some of the 42.5s. Learn about key numbers, bro. Learn key numbers. Jennings will be low owned. Neil says if you're average and you max every week, you'd get in approximately 65% of the time, which, I mean, Jesus Christ, if you 3,750 times 12, you would only take home post-tax like about 100K if you maxed every week and then won the dog bowl.
And then won. Yeah, you'd have to scoop the front end.
Not saying don't do it. I'm saying I don't feel that confident in myself.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a big bankroll endeavor if you want to approach it that way. I'm approaching it similarly to the way in which you are. I think the most I did in a week last year was 50. That might even be high. Maybe like 40. That's kind of where I cap myself. Like, I'm gonna make sure I'm in here for like 20 a week is kind of like my benchmark.
I like that. I mean, no, it's good. Trust me, if I had the site credit budget to max it every week, I'd be happy to. But you know, we're playing a different game. All right. So quarterback wise, I can probably, what's Purdy's ADP? Quarterback 6. So I have him set up. Dude, I kind of want to set up Lawrence Hunter, which is kind of sick.
Do it. I mean, that's how you chase a seat.
I'm just trying to think about quarterback, like true back stacks that make sense. I would love to get Devonta. I think Adams already went. Yeah, he did.
That Golden Love one.
Yeah, that's what I'm. That's what I'm looking
Love.
at. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take Matthew Golden right here. What if, dude? Matthew Golden's kind of the ultimate what if.
You could take JMO and Golden, and then just whichever quarterback comes back to you would be fine with it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that game, I was talking about that with Jacob too. That's kind of the game. Oh, actually, you know what? I changed my mind. I am going to take Golden, but I'm actually going to try and set up something else.
Right.
No one behind me has a quarterback yet, but I'm going to try. I'm going to trust Cardi here. We're going to do a Cardi homage team on this one.
If you
does dog bowl make sense for influencers? I don't think there's that much clout for winning the dog bowl. I think I could win the dog bowl, and my YouTube numbers are staying the same.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be something nice to post a picture of you with the check and use that graphic forever and make that your profile picture for the next 20 years. But yeah, I don't know. I think Settleman tried it last year and was just auto drafting dog bowls for like the first whatever of the year, the first couple weeks of the year. So
the settlement auto draft. He auto drafted BBM.
Wow.
Last year, I think, right? Or 2 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, going with the Gil Arenas, but with positional limits?
Honestly, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he did not. I mean, I know he did max. Yes, everyone knows 18th and the Palm 4 is where the cloud is.
I think it differs. It differentiates though. Like for your audience in particular, dog bowl wouldn't mean as much as it would for like our audience.
For sure. Yes. You like the dog bowl is the you see what we're about to do here, bro? We're getting off the board.
I was about to ask you though, do you prefer I took him last night, but I didn't stack it. Do you prefer Pittman or Downs with the way in which Daniels wins?
I think they're honestly the same, and I think it's indistinguishable pre-kickoff to know like who the targets per route run guy is going to be.
Okay.
Honestly, like so much of our sample of downs with an insanely high targets per route run came with Michael Pittman Jr. playing with a broken back, and Joe Flacco is the quarterback. Right. You could tell me Tyler Warren leads the team in targets per route run. Like I would believe anything. I have no strong take right now. I mean, I think Downs is better at football than MPJ, but MPJ is the more experienced RPO guy. Pittman is like I mean, he's been doing it since he was in college at USC. He just like the simple Steichen RPO stuff is all Michael Pittman Jr.
Yeah, I used a kind of lazy comp the other day of like it's the Tank Dell versus Nico debate of like 2 years ago on a worse scale.
Yes. Yeah. No, super similar. Yes, I'll commit right now. If I qualify, I'll be there unless something like I'm gonna be a dad of like a month, I think, when the event goes live.
When's your wife's due date?
November, early, like the first week of November.
Nice.
So there's a chance there's a chance that I can't attend even if I don't qualify, and there also would be a chance if I qualify that I can't go. Depending.
We're making. I'm gonna get a permission slip, a written letter for 1 day exemption from fatherhood duties. A there and back, up early, on the road early, home late, on the road late. Not even a sleepover party.
Not even a sleepover. If I commit to no sleepover, I think we're locked in. I think we can go for sure. There we go. I mean, my wide receivers suck in relatively speaking, but famously it's a half PPR site, so you don't need wide receivers anyways. That's what I heard.
Yeah, that's what I've been told routinely all summer. It's interesting though. Like the golden one's really interesting to me because like some of the stuff that like Jam to Win was talking about this week of like guys you want to be ahead of that like before they completely smash. And he cited the Puka example. He cited the Tank Dell example. Like golden kind of fits that mold where it's like we have opportunity, we have potential shootout, we have, if this game plays above total, which. If this game was in the dome instead of on the longer Lambeau grass for an opener, I don't know, like last year.
Runs the right type of routes. That's something I love that I was really trying to focus on drafting best ball teams this offseason is like, just like, the example that really skewed it for me was Marquez Valdes-Scantling, a player that I know, why did no one stop me, dude?
We were just vibing. You had the plan. We had the plan set up to do JMO and Love and then backstab.
God dang it, dude. That is so art. We gotta do another one. We gotta
run that back. We
gotta run that back. Oh, that dude. It's like, okay, in a BR, you make that mistake, you're like, sure, whatever. That hurts. That hurts. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, Marquez Valdes-Scantling. This is the one who did it to me. Like Marquez Valdes-Scantling sucks. But he runs the right type of routes that when he hits his once in a career game, he's like so likely to hit lineups. So I've just been thinking about like, okay, well, in the Packers, I should draft Golden because he runs the right type of routes. On the gets me back in on Tyreek because he runs the right type of routes, taking a lot of Slayton instead of Wandale, taking Alec Pierce and Adonai Mitchell sometimes. I just want guys who can get there on like literally like 4 targets because it just happened to break their way. And Golden is that guy.
Yeah. Actually, Nez and I bet a big dog on this, and let's hear your input. Golden versus Igbuka, minimum 10 games this season. Who has more targets?
Igbuka, but if you weighted it, if you did Whopper weighted targets, Golden's will be better.
Okay. Yeah. I was on the Igbuka side of that, and I feel similarly.
Yeah, like Igbuka will get more raw. He'll get like 110 targets. Golden will get like 97, but Igbuka's ADOT will be like 8.6, and Golden's will be like 11.9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I do like think that. If
all right,
you
here
are,
we go. This is how we get it back right now. We win this.
We're getting it back.
Did I push out for you for a second? All right.
Your connection popped in and out a couple times. Are you Ethernetted, bro? Maybe it could be mine.
I'm good.
If I was insanely rich and truly didn't care about going minus 3,750, I would be like jamming the shit out of Hunter in this contest this week, because this could be the only time all year that Travis Hunter is on a slate and not 100% owned.
It's actually a really good point, man. I'm mad at myself. Last night I did a long time draft with a bunch of degenerate poker players, and it's a high stakes league, and they take it very seriously. It's their only draft of the year. It's 2-minute clocks. The draft took like 4 hours. It was insane. But I forgot that we have like a one isolated IDP slot, and we've had this slot for years. And it was about like the 4th round, and I was scrolling, and I was like, holy shit, Travis Hunter's cornerback eligible. And I could just play him in the IDP all year. And he went 1 pick in front of me. I would have taken him in like the 3rd or 4th round. And I was big mad about that.
Oh, awful.
That's a cheat code in like a silly setup league like that.
Yes. Oh, dude, just burying me. Doesn't the masterclass tell you to not stack? All right, what if the Colts score 47 points against the Dolphins, who have no NFL quality defensive players in the dome?
I mean, the Blitz would agree with you.
That's what I'm saying, dude. The Blitz. Okay, so Cardi had Dimes as the 4th highest scoring quarterback of the main slate. Let's see where he has Jonathan Taylor, because I'm going to guess maybe it actually won't be that absurdly high at running back because he doesn't catch any passes. Yeah, see, he has JT behind Chase Brown and Devin Achane.
Yep.
He also has Bucky as his running back 1 of the whole slate.
Wow. Over CMC.
He's got Bucky 20.9, McCaffrey 20.5.
Wow.
Cardi don't care, dude. Cardi don't double check. He's not doing it. Like Cardi runs his math, and that's all he cares about.
Cardi definitely has his guys, though. Like the baseball stuff, you can see it like every single day that, like, Vlad and Bobby Witt Jr. were never adjusted. Like Aaron Judge, like he just doesn't care about the immediate and the small sample, and he's like very reliant on the historicals.
Yeah, which is tough to do in football, obviously.
Yeah. What his process for football could be completely different.
And I think we got to do Kyron here if Inglix doesn't take him.
Yeah, I mean, if London came back here, I'd push it around the corner and see if you could get another running back and just do the uniqueness angle of London, because I haven't seen London plus Chase in this contest yet.
Bang. And this actually, so actually, what is Penix's ADP? Yeah. So I think I actually just give the T. Higgins drafter Joe Burrow.
Well, this also opens the door for you to push it as far as you possibly want, and you could get that like GM pick 47, pick 50 Burrow.
This is the BBM dynamic. Someone has to protect the integrity of the room.
This will be interesting to see what Chad Candles does here, because he could only take one running back too, which bodes well for us getting like, one of that next tier, that Walker, Chuba, and Pollard tier.
Yeah, I'm checking projections right now for the highest of these guys. Chuba, Jacobs is gone. Walker, I guess I took Walker on the last one, so let's diversify.
You could just close your eyes and take Amon-Ra and be like, nobody else is going to put these three together.
I don't have it. I don't have it in me, dude.
All right.
I am gonna take Ken Walker again though.
All right. Juice McCaffrey's done 65 dog bowls. He's seen the combo 3 times.
God, how rich, dude. How rich.
Chat in the chat. I'd have given a kidney for London there.
I do think that Atlanta Tampa Bay game, those were some of the craziest games in all of fantasy last year. Darnell Mooney, a huge Tampa Bay Buccaneers merchant. This sets me up to take Cotton as my tight end if I want for a little bring back action.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to punt it, absolutely. But if you're already punting quarterback, you might not have to go that far with Otton. But I do think Otton's a good play, like just in a vacuum.
The thing is we are going to be dusted at running back 2 on this team.
Who is your like quote unquote dream target? Like you don't have to say if you don't want the room to snipe you, but like to come back here, like would you be ecstatic if like Breece Hall came back?
I think Dobbins is okay. Who I would angle at here. Yeah. Like Dobbins is not gonna like shit. I don't know. Maybe I am reading that situation wrong, but I do think we get like if they're up 10 in the second half, who's more likely to get the down? Like, are they just going to run the rook? I guess he's 24, so maybe you just don't care or whatever. But I don't know. I feel like Dobbins is going to run downhill for a huge chunk in this game. There you go. Naked Joseph Burrow has been selected by JMC.
Protecting the integrity of the contest right now.
Someone award him a medal. Someone put a medal around his neck right now. I don't know. Maybe it's fine. Maybe he takes Gesicki. Maybe he's angling for a little Gesicki action.
Yeah, Gesicki could be the play. I think it's probably a little too thin to like do like a Yoshivas or something like that, but Gesicki probably be fine.
You got it. You'd have to scroll deep into the minds of Moria to get Andre Yoshivas as playable in the 12-man dog pool. I mean, still only 72 players drafted. Is he one of the highest projected? 72. Yeah, dude, just grab JSN and Darnold. Easy. Just stack it. God. Oh, that's one other tilting.
One other random one that we could think about like in the future here that I'm really intrigued by is, are scrolls better if they're directly ripping points from the front-ended drafted guys? So like in DFS, traditional DFS, it's like projected ownership and like that sort of thing. So it's not like a given, but with like the absolute data of this right now, like we know Burrows goes every single time, and we know his 2 pass catchers and his running back go every single time. Does Yoshivas or Burton or Gesicki become a better scroll even though they don't project as well because of direct leverage on the player pool of known ownership? Like that's one problem I'd be really interested in, because like we could theorize as such, but I don't know.
I think you're likely correct. It's very similar to best ball thinking of like, well, the handcuffs of the first round running back should be nutted. Like you should want McCaffrey's handcuff. You should want Bijan's. You should want Montgomery. You should want DJ Giddens. Like you should want the handcuffs of those guys because it's direct leverage on teams that have access to high scoring guys. Yeah, I can see that. Now, Christian Kirk not practicing again today. They're saying it. They're saying it more and more. How high you setting Jalen Noel in your swaps on Sunday morning?
I don't know about that one. That one might be a little deep for me.
Wow, too deep of a scroll for John. We found the limit.
I'd mess around with like a Higgins or something, like, but the Noel 1-for-1, I don't know. Okay, this is very interesting. We're gonna get Hendo to come all the way back.
I don't know if we want him, dude.
Yeah, you don't like the ceiling shot potential of like 8 touches. You prefer the volume.
That's the thing. It's like I'm looking at projections and like, dude, he's just so low. Hey, he's not that low. And it is. I mean, it's a 10 spot ADP Dumperino. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we do it. I mean, look at that ADP discrepancy.
Right.
Now
there is just like this.
It could be an ADP discrepancy because it's terrible, you know?
Right.
Now, so this is interesting. Do you do Baker and Cotton on the other side of that game, or do we do Cotton first and then just take whichever quarterback?
I mean, like I did it last night where you take Baker first and just hope that the Q tag keeps him afloat. It's also dependent on how many guys have tight ends on the right side of the board.
I mean, he is literally the tight end 13, so he doesn't get drafted. Behind me, yeah, Chad has a tight end behind me, so everyone who's not like all the tight ends are out there, like all the tight end selections.
Yeah. What's London's what's Penix's ADP?
Free.
Yeah, I mean, there's leverage in that.
I took him because I ran out of time. We were chatting too long. That's fine.
No, I think it's good. I think it's fine. Yeah, and most of the premium tight ends go on the right side of the board, so like nobody's really going to fight you for Otten here, I don't think. It does suck the odd time that you get left with naked Otten, though. Or naked Baker, rather.
I mean, naked Baker is like whatever. Baker could throw one to Igbuka, one to Mike Evans, one to Cotton, one to Bucky Irving, and they all are kind of like fringe optimal, but like don't super smash. He could run one in. Baker could run one in. Tez Johnson, 70-yard touchdown.
Did Trey Palmer sign with any practice squad or anything?
I want to say he did. Trey Palmer, yeah, he did. The New Orleans Saints. So he's probably active. I bet he's on the Saints active roster right now.
He's going to be mixed in a primetime Palooza eventually.
Oh, I mean, if I've already taken Keandre Lambert-Smith, no, right now. Oh, he is. Yep, he's on the 53, man.
Okay. We'll be having some sweet debates for some dusty ass Thursday night bowl of like Mason Tipton versus him.
If Gesicki ships, I'm coming as JMC's +1.
Love it.
You do love to see it, actually.
He's a man of his word because he did offer, I think he offered Easy the +1 last year and couldn't make it. So he is a man of his word.
Why'd he offer Easy the +1?
I can't remember.
Sniped him or just it is. This is very good. I'm playing the role of John, and John having to play the position for voice of reason. You know, we're all playing to our characters here.
It's like some Freaky Friday body switch there.
Man,
we offered it to Stack. That's who we offered it to. Offered it to Sacrilege.
There you go, Mike Gesicki. I wonder when the tools are coming for our beloved draft games.
There's some really cool stuff that Solver's working on for them right now, and the Solver does work for the games right now. There's like an overlay to it, but yeah, they're working on some additional things to go with it. I would say the same thing that I said about best ball is it just helps you multi-table, and it like gives you some visual like overlay as to, you know, where I'm going from here more so than like telling you what to do. It's not like predictive in any nature. There's a suggestion feature, but it's largely just their next ranked player or their next highest projected player, which if you have your ranking set in, you know, anyways.
Yes. As I told Andrew Wiggins, the Solver is not featured on my channel That's totally up to you, brother, because everyone knows Davis Maddock has a price tag and it's not really that high.
That's good.
All right, dude. We did it. I think we did. We pushed Cotton around, which is beautiful.
Well, yeah, that's good. This is a good team, man. This is we redeemed your entry after that first one with a little bit of a blunder there. This is a good team.
We did, and Chad got owned over here. I think literally all of his quarterbacks got taken, so we had to take Purdy with CMC. Not ideal.
At least you're unique.
The last Otten I saw get drafted was John. Yeah, people don't know. John and I are totally on the same wavelength, dude. Like I have scrolls that would make John blush, bro.
It's true. You did showcase some of them at the beginning here. Davis, maybe one more here of the Battle Royale variety, and then I got to go get some stuff ready for our show.
Yes, beautiful. And then it will I think my computer is wigging out. I did also see that that some people got like frozen on drafts last night. I don't know what's up with that.
Oh, weird.
So they have that issue with the pusher.
Okay.
I don't know what that is. My computer is literally waking out though right now. So maybe if I refresh the tab, you guys can look at this. The Survive, the Splash Sports Survivor. It's Survivor season. Do you guys have anything going on with them?
No,
is there a Badge Bros pool?
No.
Yeah, I think it's their website is wigging out because I have a black screen right now. There you go. Stuck in the fourth from a Wildcat last night. UD is like, okay, so it's not my computer. We can wrap it up there then, John.
Yeah, might be working on something on the back end there. I know they were fixing the notification thing too, where it like asked you every single time on Chrome whether you wanted the notifications or not on. I know they were fixing that one. There we go. Cool. All right, we'll tab on it there, Davis. Thank you so much for the invite. Thank you so much for the masterclass giveaway, my friend. We're gonna do more of these as this goes on.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be back. Everyone, go watch. Oh, what a mug right there. Go watch the week 1 game by game preview with Jacob right now. I would appreciate that. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for daily fantasy football videos, and I will see you.